All right, I want to welcome all our viewers in the United States and around the world. I'm James Pierre. On New Year's Eve, the Haitian culture was on spotlight at one of the biggest arenas of the world, Barclays Center. Fashion, comedy, food, and music were among the segments featured at Konpa Kingdom in New York, where thousands attended. And to talk about that amazing concert, joining us live from New York City is the founder and visionary of Konpa Kingdom, Jay Upscale. Jay, thank you so much for being here with us, sir.
James, what's up, brother? Yeah, in lovely New York, uh, nice cold weather,
That's
but
right.
hey, I'm glad to be here with you.
Absolutely. Thanks for your time again. Many are calling the first edition of Konpa Kingdom a huge success. Would you agree?
Wholeheartedly, from the turnout to the look, the feel, the responses, the testimonials, everyone had an amazing time. The Barclays is very happy. They've already, told me they want to lock in for next year, so we're looking good. We're looking good.
Wow. Now let's talk about Zafem, the revolutionary band of the Haitian market. Normally, when a band is that major, they don't play at the beginning. We saw Zafem performing first at Konpa Kingdom. Why that choice?
Well, I mean, when you think about it, I love Zafem. They're very professional. They're on time. And we wanted to do things a bit differently. We wanted to make sure that, we have someone to set the tone for the concert, for example. And, myself and Evans were talking about it. And when you look at a 4x4 race, who's your strongest leg? Your first and your last leg. You know what I mean? So you put your strong, your strong guys first, and you let it do what it do, and it worked out really well. People were very, very appreciative that they started the tone, and it set the tone for the night.
Like we said on TV, you need to have a strong beginning. So I'm assuming the attack was so strong and everybody get
Oh yeah.
already into the motion.
Well, not only that, James, you want to also keep in mind that we want to encourage people to get there early. So there were quite a few people who were upset, but we gave you the start time and you got to get there early. One thing about JF Scale events, they start on time, they end on time. We're not on Caribbean time. We're on Eastern Standard Time,
That's right. Many of our
you know?
viewers are already asking, will Compact Kingdom stay in New York since you already have a custom set up at the Big Apple, or is Compact Kingdom on the road?
Well, I mean, the plan was to make it a portable event. So there will be Konpa Kingdom in other cities. 100% is coming to Miami. We'll be releasing the date very soon. It'll be on a very unexpected date. But even when we're planning for other cities, we want to make sure that we're strategic with it, where we're not trying to step on anyone's toes. There's the staple events that are happening in different cities, and we try to stay clear and be respectful of some of the other veterans that are doing their events and in those territories.
So if I'm understanding well, we might not keep the same date. We might switch to a different date.
100%, 100%. The whole goal was for us to, make as much noise as possible, do it on a significant um, date at a significant venue, which was New Year's Eve. But rest assured, we'll be coming out with some new dates and some really interesting venues.
So it will be a one time a year event, or you are planning to switch it probably to two times a year?
Well, what it would be, it'll be once a year in each market, but there will be other smaller events to come, smaller legendary events to come throughout the year. So stay tuned. It's very exciting.
Jay, I know that you are a data driven promoter. Barclays Center was
Yes.
almost sold out. How many participants, more or less, attended the first edition of Compact Kingdom?
I mean, that was the number one question. We did a full house. I don't like to talk numbers and give exact numbers. I like to leave it to the imagination. Some people said 20,000. Some people said 11,000. We did some pretty good numbers. I'll leave it up to the imagination.
To the imagination. There you go. All right. So, what have we learned in terms of production and timing about such a major concert?
I mean, it was challenging because I mean, we had 8 bands, and just being able to be on time, and setting up the run of show to where you're able to just hit everything when it's supposed to go. And I mean, you have the band switchovers from one performer to another, and it wasn't easy. But as you know, James, we brought some of the best in the business on the HMI side. We paired them up with some of the best on the mainstream side. One of my head production guys is one of the main guys from Live Nation. So we just kind of put everyone together and made them sync in a way where we made sure that everything was done, on a world-class level, and
Yeah.
people were appreciative of that.
Yeah. World class level, and it was nicely done as well. You
Yeah.
were also surrounding by female leaders like a project manager Tamara and your marketing project manager Fabi Reed, among
Yeah.
others. Tell us about that experience of
I
having
mean,
females surrounding your team like that.
we don't let's not forget Wanda from La Union Suite,
Yes, yes.
For me, we live in it's a very male dominated industry. And I think that women bring a different dimension to these projects that has not really been celebrated much. So it was important for me to bring that element. They add a soft touch to it. They pay attention to details a lot better than us. And I kind of leaned on a lot of their expertise to help guide, especially, me being a non-Haitian. I wanted to make sure that I brought in the right people in order to be able to, guide me in a lot of the cultural nuances so that I stayed and remained true to the culture. And I hope I made you guys proud.
Now, absolutely. And me, as a Haitian American, I will say I'm super proud that you are giving the Haitian culture, especially Haitian bands, an opportunity to perform at a higher level where international promoters now have their eyes on Haitian bands, and you never know
One,
what can
one,
happen.
100%. And I mean, I look at it as more thankful than anything else for you guys to give me the opportunity to do either of that, because I mean, I could have been treated like, listen, you're not from here, like, you don't belong here. But that was the opposite. I was embraced by, all of you guys, your guidance on many things, Kael, and many others that really embraced the vision and saw that I was just here to contribute and not to take away. So and I'm really thankful for that.
Thousands of our participants, you stole their heart when you brought on stage your daughter close to, the time. And it was such a memorable time. Why
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
decision?
Well, I mean, she's a daddy's girl,
Yeah.
and she was standing, right there by the stage. And I mean, it's the countdown. And, you just want to have your loved ones close to you. So, it was just that fatherly instinct to just say, hey, come on stage. And, I'm not really the guy to be in the front row. I don't like to be on stage, but, the king, Ali brought me on stage to the countdown, and, she was right there. So I brought her on and to share that moment. So
Wow.
that was probably the highlight for me, for sure.
Not only for you, but for all of us. Jay
Yeah.
Upscale, thank you so much for being here with us, and congratulations as well to the whole team. I was so honored to be part of the team and looking forward for the next edition that you already bring up the breaking news that it will be in a different city and for
Yeah.
sure probably a different date. So people have to look up for that. I know you are very active on social media, and the whole team of Konpa Kingdom super
Yeah.
active on social media where they will have all the updates, correct?
Yeah, all the updates on kompakingdomlive.com, but definitely on social media. We'll be posting some things very soon. We have some. It, the thing is, for me, and I guess to just kind of close things up, I wanted to be able to answer, just two key questions. Is with me coming into the market, what would make me different? You know, what would make the brand stand out from some of the other stuff that's out there? Number one, and no shade to anyone, but it's just, just how can I bring a different dimension? And two, what gaps am I seeing that I can kind of help fill that void? And once I'm able to answer those two questions, it would guide me as to, the type of events that I do and how I move forward. So yeah, we have some pretty legendary stuff to drop very soon. So stay tuned.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.